show today we'll have an Islamic scholar, Alahaji Ibrahim Mahmoud, to talk with us about the Eld-El Kabir celebration and the significance and the general impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the celebration. You're welcome, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah alladhi adana lahadha wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an adana Allah. We praise Almighty Allah, and all adoration and glorification belongs to Almighty Allah. May the peace and blessings of Almighty Allah be upon the noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his household, without an exception, his companions, and the Muslim Ummah as a whole. Back to your question, ma, on pandemic. It is not a new episode in the life of human being, because it has been in existence, and Almighty Allah Himself has told us that we need to be in preparation towards anything, be it good or bad, that comes to our way in our lifetime. The pandemic came when the Prophet himself was alive during his lifetime and during the lifetime of his companions. Now, we have heard a lot of things concerning the pandemic, on how it must be treated, how the Muslims must live, how they must relate with each and every one of their co-Muslims and non-Muslims, without an exception, so that this thing will not extend and will not be spread more than necessary. Pandemic has affected everybody economically, socially, religiously, and otherwise, to mention few. So there has never been any country who are suffering from this crisis that are not being affected. Because you go to church or to the mosque for sermon. By going to the mosque for sermon and for a lot of religious guidances, so you emulate a lot of things, and it teaches a lot of things. You change in your lifestyle and otherwise.
So what is the lesson you want people to learn from the Eld-El Kabir?
Lesson, there are a lot of derivatives, because it teaches a lot of things. For example, from Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, may Allah's blessings be upon him. Prophet Ibrahim himself was a believer, so he was very high in faith, and there are a lot of things that have been emulated from him, from the habit, from the way he served his God. And look at what he told his only begotten son when he was alive, that my son, I had a dream that you was slaughtered in the dream. What is your observation towards what I dreamt? Can you see the beautiful response the son gave to the father? Say, do whatever you were instructed. Inshallah, I will be among the most patient one. That is, I will insist, I will never object the instruction of our Creator. That shows that any home anywhere that are peaceful among the father, the mother, the children, they are there to live a successful life. The life they are going to live will be pleased with, Allah will be pleased with them. Those are part of the derivatives and the advantages. Secondly, the Eid al-Fitr is a festival that love, affections, a lot of good things are being shared collectively among Muslims and non-Muslims, because this is the exact time people who are unable to get themselves or provide for themselves scare meal. By virtue of offering them, they have their meals been taken, maybe in the afternoon, in the morning, by sharing the meats, by sharing food. But not that Islam instructed us to cook food, but we look into what happens within our environment. What are the most permissible and the proper way, if you want to, because there are some people, even if they have the capability of slaughtering the ram, they may not have the capability of adding money to that thing. By virtue of that, they cook it and give it over to the needy, so that needful things will be done in accordance with their will and their wish. So those are part of the, and it extends and enhance love.
After the pandemic goes, how are people going to adjust to the new normal? What kind of a post-COVID Islam do you foresee?
Thank you, Ma. Nobody knows when it's going to be over, but the medical practitioners and the knowledgeable personnel are given some ideas in order to curb all these things. We just need to try, keep on trying. But nobody can determine how it's going to be held. But you know, it was even more devastating than this during the genesis of the COVID. Now I think we are getting out of it, and in due course, inshallah, by God's grace, we shall get out of it. But what I am only foreseeing is that we just, even if we are permitted to start with our prayer congregationally in the mosque or in other religious places, so we just need to keep on exercising and implementing the system of social distancing, because nobody is an invisible disease. It's not visible, nobody knows. But the medical practitioners and government are only trying their best that we should keep on doing this, having your nose covers with you, watching your hands with what are they calling it? So and other things, social distancing and others. So we just need to keep on doing it until we are over 100%. We are 100% over.
So in a few days' time, schools will be reopening for some students in final year according to the federal government. What's the take in all of this?
It's very good. It's very good. Everybody should go back to their works and services, and let us do good. Let us exercise good habits with each other in our living, in our working, even in our religious activities, so that peace can reign within everybody. So there are a lot of things I can, that's part of my advice. to everyone.
Despite the increasing cases we see every day, there are people who still believe that COVID-19 is not real. So what are you saying to those people?
Oh, that is a natural phenomenon. It's natural, you know. Even this death that people are dying, some people still believe they live as if they are not going to die, and they hear and they see every day. If you look and cast your your glance at the behaviors and activities of some people, they behave as if they are not going to die. So nobody, not all will believe in all these things, except if it happens within their midst or it happens to them. So that is when they believe. But there is nowhere. We have been hearing, we have been listening to the media, the way this thing has been happening. Even the top hierarchical personnel are disclaiming and are denying that it is just an ordinary malaria they are treating there. So it's not COVID-19. So what I know, I myself, I know that this thing happened and people are being attacked.
That was Alahaji Ibrahim Mahmood speaking with us on the impact of the pandemic and the Eld-El Kabir festival. Thank you for coming on COVID-19 Watch.
Happy to meet you.